And we are live on a Thursday night. Yes, we have Thursday night football, the final Thursday night football of this 2024-2025 NFL season, the season finale. And we have a matchup between two NFC teams, that being the Seattle Seahawks going up against the Chicago Bears over there in Soldier Field in Chicago. Should be cold. It should be a cold one. So that's definitely going to benefit the Seahawks, or I'm sorry, the Bears at least a little bit. But I mean, the Seahawks are definitely favored in this game, and they should be the ones to win it. But Thursday night football games, anything could happen. Anything could happen in these short weeks. So we'll see, man. We shall see. The Bears started off the season 4-2 and have yet to get another win. They started off 4-2 and they're on this long losing streak. I'll say this though, Caleb Williams has been looking better. You know, he has been playing better, developing. Is he looking the best? No. All right. I'd still say the best rookie quarterback is Jaden Daniels. And I think a lot of people would say that. They're still in year one, though. So there's still a lot of time for both of them. So we'll see. I mean, Caleb Williams has shown promise over there in Chicago. So far, he hasn't lived up to that hype that other people believed that he was going to be. But still, year one, Chicago Bears. It's hard being a quarterback over there in Chicago. So let's give him benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt for now. Let's look at this thing just so we could get the scoreboard in before everything else starts. What am I doing? All right. Share screen. Let's go over here. All right, cool. Get that in a little bit. All right. Should be good enough for me. But man, I'm not even sure how good this game's going to be. To be real, we're here though. We are here. Let me look up the... Honestly, I'm not familiar with these two teams because for one, we don't cover them, and for two, I haven't really been paying too much attention on the way Seattle has been playing or the Chicago Bears. I definitely haven't been focusing on Chicago Bears. Maybe I should be focusing on the teams a little bit more because they are in the divisions that we cover technically. I mean, Chicago's just the bottom of the barrel of the AFC or NFC North. And then Seattle actually has been doing pretty well. They still have a chance to win the division. Do I think they win a division? No. I think that's going to go to the Rams. They just been playing the best ball over there in the AFC West. And Geno Smith, he's been doing all right. He's been doing his thing. But Matt Stafford, the Rams, the way they've been playing, they're definitely a sleeper team. They are. I'm not going to say that they're the best. I don't think anybody would say that they're the top three best teams in the NFC, but they're definitely a sleeper team. So that's one team that nobody should be taking lightly. It does look pretty foggy over there. You know, there are renderings about that stadium, Soldier Field, that they might be building another one. I don't know if that's come to fruition yet, but I know they're close to a deal and building a new stadium. They're trying to build a dome stadium, from what I understand, like a retractable roof stadium. I don't like that. And here's why. The Chicago Bears are one of those classic franchises. They do have a lot of history too. I mean, they're the oldest NFL franchise. So playing outdoors it just seems like tradition over there. I know it gets cold. I know it gets windy. The elements get rough. But is that not Chicago Bear football? Is that not Chicago style football right there? Just saying. So I don't mind them getting a new stadium. You know, if they do do what Buffalo did and make it an outdoor stadium. I'm surprised Buffalo's going to have an outdoor stadium. That one I'm surprised. That one was a little shocking. But, oh, well, we got kickoff about to set off right now. And they're underway in Chicago. It's a bit of a squibber. Should be returnable. No, it's going to roll into the end zone. So since it bounced in the landing zone, I do believe they'll have it at the 20. Right? I'm still trying to figure out these kickoff rules, man. It's a little bit weird. Outruns Geno Smith, looking to close in on 4,000 yards on the season. He has 17 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. He's tied with the second most in the NFL. Kirk Cousins has the most interceptions in the NFL, and we all know Kirk Cousins was recently benched by Michael Penix Jr., the rookie. Fog is... Oh, yeah, it is pretty foggy over there. Geno Smith is bundled up. He's in shotgun formation on the first play. It's going to be a little screen pass to Lockett. Lockett able to get about 2, maybe 3 on the play for the first play of the opening drive. Tyler Lockett has been someone that's been Seahawk, it seems like forever. Tyler, okay, we have a battle between two of the most underrated receivers in this era. Tyler Lockett and Keenan Allen. I feel like both those receivers have been just been underrated and underappreciated. Joe Smith is going to be a handoff play to the outside, able to break one tackle, and he's short about a yard of the first. So it should be 3rd and 1. So Seattle's in threat of going 3-0 on their first drive. Charbonnet, is that how you pronounce his last name? Charbonnet, I would say, right? Charbonnet. All right. Charbonnet in the backfield on 3rd and 1. It should be a run play. They give it to him. He runs inside, and he gets the first down. Pretty easy play. Nice design run play by Seattle right there, and that's going to be a first down. And since it does look cold, since it is foggy, are they going to be relying on Geno Smith passing the ball here today? I mean, they are 30th in the run attack. One of the best passing offenses in the NFL. Geno and shotgun once again. 2 receivers right, 1 left on the bottom of the screen. It's another handoff play. Running towards the inside once again, able to break tackles. Oh, stiff arm, and he gets the first. Charbonnet right there on the first down run play. Nice blocks, man. But he was also able to pick up yards after contact as well. All right, Geno switching up the play here. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it to his tight end. Fant going to turn it up the field. Fant going to get a first down. I mean, now they're starting to move. 2 plays, 2 first downs. It ain't nothing special. I mean, they've been running some screen passes and running the ball. That's what they've been relying on so far. Let's see if this updates. Smith is going to hand it off, and he's tripped up for a short gain. Bears defense is finally able to get a little bit of a stop right there. Is it McIntosh? Is that how you pronounce that? I'm still trying to learn these guys' names. I tried to study a little bit. Because, like I said, I'm not familiar with these teams that much. I mean, I haven't dug deep into their roster or anything like that. 2nd and 8 for Geno Smith and the Seahawks. Play clock starting to run down. You got to run a play. 1. Okay, they run it in time. It's going to be a handoff. Oh, he's got wide open space. Bouncing off of tacklers. Past the 20. Down at about the 16. Big run by McIntosh. I think that's how you pronounce it. I mean, he ran right up the middle, and there was nobody there. Shotgun Smith, delay handoff. McIntosh again, gets about a yard. Maybe 2. Really good drive here by Seattle so far. And it just showed, I mean, the rushing attack is bottom of the league, and they're running the ball here. 2nd and 8 for Seattle. Yeah, Metcalf on the top of the screen, 1-on-1. It's another delay handoff. He's got to get it past the 10, down at about the 9. It's going to end up being 3rd and 3. All right. Red zone offense time here for Geno Smith. I mean, they've been run heavy on this drive, which is very surprising. Smith all alone in the backfield. 5 receivers set. Smith has it, has time, throws it up the middle. Almost intercepted. Should have been intercepted. He dropped the ball, and he knew it. He knew he should have picked it right there. Oh, man. Terrell Edmonds. Former Steeler, by the way. He got right in front of it and everything. He beat Tyler Lockett to his route and everything. Timed it perfectly. The only thing he did wrong on that play was not catch the ball. So chip shot field goal for Myers, 27-yarder. Snap good. Kick is through the uprights and good. So Seattle's up 3-0 here with 8:59 left in the first. I mean, just to think they were having such a good drive. Such a good drive. Just for it to end up in 3. Man, that was too good of a drive just to end up with 3 points. Too good. Man, that drop by Edmonds just reminded me of the drops that were happening in yesterday's game. It was a tough game for the Steelers, man. It really is. You know what? I might make another video on it. I just might, because now there's a lot of talks going on, a lot of things that are being said, a lot of rumors with that team. So I kind of want to break down everything, because when I went live right after the game, which I've never done before. I've never went live right after a game, because usually I am live for the game. So I've never really done that. And I'll admit there's a lot of things that I missed out on. So, I mean, we'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it again. You know, especially with all these rumors and stuff going on with the OC, with the defensive coordinator. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. I don't really know what's true and what isn't. But, I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out eventually. But that was too good of a drive for Seattle just to end up in 3. I mean, Geno Smith has 4 interceptions in the red zone this season. I mean, Geno Smith, he's been having a pretty solid season. And his career just completely resurrected, which I didn't see coming at all. Especially with a team like the Seahawks. Because for a while, yeah, they were good. They were true contenders. I mean, they made the Super Bowl twice. But even when they weren't making the Super Bowl, they were always a team to not take lightly because they had the Legion of Boom, because Russell Wilson was doing his thing. So even if they weren't a top seed, they were definitely a sleeper pick. And then just, I don't know, it seemed like once 2020 hit, they were just kind of middle of the pack. And then the whole quarterback situation, it just seemed like Seattle was going to be in for a rough couple seasons. But, I mean, they've been pretty all right. They've been pretty all right. All right, Caleb Williams. 19 interceptions, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in this season. Sacked 60 times. 60 times this season. Most in the NFL. Now, that is not something you want for a rookie quarterback to go through. He has weapons, but his offensive line isn't very great. Man in motion on 1st and 10. Williams hands it off on the first play for an outside run. Now he tries to go inside, and he picks up a short gain. Man, Swift was trying to get a little swifty there, but nothing really open. Oh, Bears running back wearing a Guardian cap. I haven't seen a running back wear a Guardian cap. I've seen people wear, like, offensive linemen wear Guardian caps, not a running back. Then I hand it off to him, and he gets another short gain. So 2 short gains for the first 2 plays for Chicago. Now it's going to lead to 3rd and about 6. I'm going to say 3rd and 5. Chicago on a 9-game losing streak. Seattle looks like they're going to bring pressure. I would. One of them drops back. Williams gets rid of it, middle of the field, incomplete. Through the hands of one of his receiver. And the Bears go 3 and out on the first drive. He could have caught that, man. Yeah, that was a catchable ball right there. Man, just, I'm not going to say miscues, but missed opportunities for Chicago so far. Oh, Seattle going to rush this punt? They kind of do. Weren't able to get to it, though. Good blocking by the line right there. He didn't call for a catch. I mean, he got like a yard on the punt return. But man, Caleb, very, very different from his college play to his NFL play. You know, in college, he had a high scoring offense. A very high scoring offense. Now I know there's a big difference between NFL and college, but basically what I'm trying to say is you could tell that he knows that there's a very big difference between college and the NFL because, I mean, his numbers in college were insane. All right, I guess you could say that he wasn't in the best conference in college, which I'll agree. The Pac-12 was not the best conference. You know, the only teams that stood out last year in the Pac-12 was Oregon and Washington. But I think he'll be just fine in time. But Chicago needs to handle it right. Chicago needs to give him that line. Because like we said, he's got the weapons. He's got a solid enough running back. You know, it just, you could say he hangs on to the ball too much. You could say that maybe maybe he just does hang on to the ball too much a little bit. But he eventually, I'm sure he'll grow into it, you know? And this week, we have 3 Saturday games. It's crazy. So we have games from today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So the only day we don't get a game is Friday. Man, so you're telling me, okay, so the only 2 days we haven't gotten a game or we're not going to get a game is Friday? Yeah, I'm tripping. So from Wednesday to Monday, the only day that doesn't get a game is Friday. Okay. I was confusing myself right there. All right, let's see how good of a drive Seattle has here. It's going to be play action. Oh, he slips on his own. Geno Smith falls on its own. And that's going to be a sack. Oh, that wound up being a big loss on the play. Now, there is a little bit of precipitation over there. Oh, he fumbled it too. I mean, he was able to recover it. Man, that was a loss of 8 right there. Off of him falling. Geno has it. Throws it, check down to his running back. He's going to turn it up. Past the 15, past the 20. He's going to be down about the 21. So nice gain, actually, after that play. Now there's going to be 3rd and manageable. Still going to be 3rd and long, but inside of 10 yards. Was it the first play yesterday that the Steelers had where Russell Wilson slipped too? Charbonnet going to be used as a wide receiver. Now he switches to the running back position. You have 3 receivers to the left, 1 on the top of the screen. Geno steps back, looks for the deep ball. He's going to throw it. Incomplete. Maybe he was just trying to throw it away there. Or maybe a little bit of miscommunication. I mean, his intended receiver was pretty far off. That's going to be 3 and out for Seattle. Okay, so Smith was the receiver that was kind of around there. Might have ran the wrong route. That's my only guess. He did have DK downfield. It did seem like he was looking that way. But then the pocket kind of collapsed a little bit. Our punt is off, and it's a pretty booming punt. Nice punt. He's going to take it about the 22. Gets past one man and gets dropped at about the 29. All right. So we're at 6 minutes left in this first quarter. Chicago looking to do something here on offense. Okay. All right. So they're putting the stats here now. He's one of the slowest to get rid of the ball in the NFL. He's the 4th slowest. He averages 3 seconds to get rid of the ball. Williams bootleg, throws it complete to DJ Moore. DJ Moore able to get about 9. He's just short of the first. Nothing fancy about that one. Nothing fancy at all. Wilson in shotgun. On 2nd and 1. He fakes it. Throws it complete to Swift, who just gets the first down. They needed 1. They got 2. That's all. I mean, it was just a little check down play. That's their first down of this game. All right. Swift in the backfield. Keenan Allen motioning. Now set to hand off play to Swift. Swift tries to get it inside. And he gets about 5 on the play. Swift was with Detroit for a while. And I think it's his first season with the Bears. It's either his first or second. I know he was with Detroit for quite some years. All right, Swift in the backfield once again. I don't know why they decided to go to that sort of camera angle, but oh well. Allen moves to the right side. Play action pass. He rolls right, throws it downfield, and he just throws it away. Nothing open downfield for the Bears on that one. Now they're going to deal with 3rd and 5. You know, we have called 2 Thursday nighters this season, I believe. One of them was a really good one. The other one was a really bad one. Hopefully this is a pretty good one. Oh, Seattle look like they're about to jump off. Oh, they bring pressure. Williams doesn't have much time to throw. He gets it off. Incomplete. Allen couldn't hang on to it, but I mean, even if he did, he wasn't going to get the first down either way. It was a defender right behind him. They didn't give Williams a chance right there. I mean, that's a good strategy. That's a good strategy. A struggling offensive line, blitz them. And keep blitzing until it doesn't work against a struggling offensive line. Taylor with the punt. It's a nice punt. Oh, big hit. Big hit by Scott. And Seattle's going to take it at the 5. Man, Job just... I mean, he was right there too. He just couldn't get his block. All right, so we do got some pretty solid football. I know that this week. I think Saturday has probably the best slate. I mean, we have that key matchup between Green Bay and Minnesota, which we'll be doing that game as well. We'll be going live for that game as well. That game I'm pretty excited for. Okay, you got the Chargers and Patriots in that early slot. I think they put that on the early spot because, I mean, maybe they just, I don't know. That's not the best game. Broncos against Bengals. I think that should have been the primetime game. They're both battling for the playoffs. It seems more than likely that the Broncos might get it, barring them just completely having a meltdown, like another team's having a meltdown towards the end of the season. Yeah, that should have been the night game. I mean, it's an afternoon game. Very good game, though. And then the Cardinals and Rams, it's not a bad game, but Cardinals are, out of playoff contention. So I would have liked to see the Broncos and the Bengals on primetime on a Saturday. Okay, now it's not letting me. Now it's on this thing. I'm trying to scroll down, but anyways, I'm trying to look at the matchups on Sunday. Yeah, none of them really stand out. All right, whatever. That page is tripping right now. All right. Yeah, none of the Sunday games really stand out. I think the NFL was focused on the Christmas Day games, which, by the way, very, very underwhelming Christmas games yesterday. Very underwhelming. I mean, going into the season, you thought that those 4 games, I guess if you want to say, where they flip-flop teams that they played, you thought those Christmas games were going to be at least decent. Okay, the Ravens and the Texans seemed very promising. And it was bad. Geno Smith hands it off on the first play. We were able to break a tackle, get past the 10, down at about the 11. By McIntosh. And then you have the Texans scoring 2 points. 2 points yesterday in the game. The NBA. LeBron James took a shot at the NFL too. Oh, he slips on second down. Could have gotten a little bit more on the play, but he gets about only 2. Man, I think McIntosh would have got the first down if he didn't slip right there. But yeah, LeBron James took a shot at the NFL after the Laker game, which, I'm be real, I didn't watch. Okay, what kind of Laker fan am I? I did not watch the game on Christmas. And it was a pretty good game, too. 3rd and 2, Geno Smith a shotgun here. Smith drops back. Pressure coming from the backside. He scrambles left, throws it complete. Oh, no, he bobbled it incomplete. Smith couldn't hang on to the ball. And is this going to be a problem that we see tonight? We've seen it on both sides now. That was good defense, though. Let's see the replay. Yeah, that was good defense. I can't say he just dropped the ball. That was good defense. That was almost intercepted, too. All right, now Seattle putting from their own end zone. Punt off. Fair catch called at about the 30. This is getting a little concerning, man. All right, come on. Let's see some points here. Bears. I don't care who wins this game. I mean, this game means absolutely nothing to me. I just want to see a decent game. Come on, Caleb. Drive him down the field here. There's 2:14 left in this first quarter. Swift in the backfield. Tight end in motion. Pitch play for Swift. And Swift tried to get it outside, and he is stopped yards behind the line of scrimmage. Wow. And when Williams pitched it, notice how he did it with one hand. It was more like a backwards toss, if anything. Huh. I've never really seen that. Loss of 7. And they're going to go with the swing pass to DJ Moore, who was actually able to get a decent gain on that. I thought he was going to get stopped at the line. I was that close from bashing the play calling right there. That close. If that play didn't work, I was about to bash it because I did not like a call for a swing pass after you just had that weird backwards toss play. All right, 36 for Chicago here. Moore moves to the left. They have a 3-receiver set on, the right. Williams tries to avoid pressure, throws it middle of the field. Incomplete. Oh, man. You really hope that was miscommunication. In ways, it did look like miscommunication. Because if not, then he might have just overthrew it. Yeah, it looked like he overthrew it, man. All right, we got another punt. Punt is sky high. And he calls for a fair catch at the 15. Is this the type of game we're getting? Is this the type of game we're getting here tonight? So Seattle had a good first drive, which stalled in the red zone, wound up being a chip shot field goal. And since then, we've been trading punts. The Bears offense, honestly, I haven't seen the Bears too much, but the Bears offense right now looks like all out of sorts. Screen pass to DJ Metcalf, and Metcalf able to get about 6 on the first play of their drive. Yeah, their offense looks rough. I could see why Bears fans why the Bears fans are struggling right now. Well, I guess they've always been struggling, you know. All right, they don't have to get a playoff before the first quarter ends. I mean, I would here. 2nd and 5. Looks like they're just going to try to hard count. Yeah, they don't run a play before the first quarter. All right, that's the end of the first. We have a 3-0 score. I think we have the same amount of punts as we do points. So that's something to keep an eye out on. Same amount of punts as points. Wait, I think we have more punts. Whatever. But Chicago, they have a lot to work on offense. That's what it looks like. My observation so far. And not too long ago, they had a good battle against the Packers. They should have beaten Green Bay. They should have beaten Green Bay, but they were a blocked field goal away from beating Green Bay. Yeah, it must suck being a Bears fan. It doesn't sound very pleasant. I mean, it just seems like them and the Browns have the worst history with quarterbacks. You could say that the Bears have a worse track record than the Browns do because the Bears have been a franchise for longer. And I guess you could say that the Browns were around, back in the day, but technically, I mean, if you want to talk about the modern Cleveland Browns, they've only been around for what? less than 30 years. I forgot when they came back. Was it in 2000 or in the late 90s? I forgot exactly when it was, but I know it hasn't been that long. There was a lot of hope. There was a lot of hope for Chicago. I don't know if Bears fans still feel optimistic for their future. I do hear Bears fans saying that they have their quarterback. I do hear Bears fans saying that they have their quarterback. Now there's just a whole bunch of other stuff that needs to get sorted out, which is understandable. I think it's a fair take. They're showing the Week 18 schedule. Okay, so we're getting 2 Saturday games next week, as it's a run play for the Seahawks on 2nd and 5, getting about a yard. So we get 2 Saturday games next week. You have to think: are the teams that played yesterday? Are any of those teams going to get a Saturday game? You know, they have a really long break. By the way, that's not a bye week. 3rd and 4 for Seattle. Oh, defense is playing soft on the top of the screen on the left side. Let's see if Gino looks that way. He throws it complete for a first down. DJ Metcalf. That they were playing like a weird zone defense on that play. So the guy that looked like he was going to be on Metcalf wound up going to the other one. Handoff play up the middle for a gain of about 7. Charbonnet. I split this shotgun. Charbonnet to his left. It's a delay handoff. He's going to turn up the field. He's going to get a first down. Down inside the 44. All right, Seattle does kind of use both of their running backs. I respect that. But the team that utilizes their running backs perfectly is the Browns. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I talking? The Lions. The Lions. What the heck was that? The Lions. So that's the team that utilizes their running backs. Smith throws it middle of the field, complete for the first down. Tyler Lockett. And now Seattle is in Chicago territory. And one thing that Lockett's been doing for years has been catching the ball and immediately going down. As he did there. Oh, there was 2 Bears right there. He just went down. And that's probably a reason why he's been in the league for so long. Screen pass, Lockett. Short gain. And see, even right there, too, he kind of went down on his own. He probably could have fought a little bit for an extra yard or 2, but I mean, that's one of the reasons why he stayed so healthy and stayed in the league for so long. I mean, he doesn't take hits. You could hate on that all you want, but that's the longevity of his career is part of the fact that he does that. So, I mean, I can respect it. Smith He's going to try to scramble away from pressure, and he gets sacked. He tried to take it himself, but the pocket just completely collapsed on him. So he had pressure from behind him, and once he felt that, he tried to run up, and then he got swallowed up by the line. Oh, might be a free play. He throws it to the ground after he gets hit. They might call intentional grounding. There was nobody over there. There was a flag thrown as soon as the snap went off. Oh no, offside on the offense. Yeah, that's a penalty we don't see very often. Offside on the offense. In the last 2 games I've seen, there's been offside on the offense. Oh, nobody was on 53 right there. I mean, he ran right through the line. All right. Another punt. Another punt, baby. Let's go. And it doesn't take a very friendly bounce for Seattle. Looks like they're going to take it around the 9. Oh, man. This is football right here. This is football. After we watched the games yesterday, we get another barn burner here. Oh, man. Aren't you guys excited? You know what? Okay. At least I could say that the Steeler game yesterday was actually good up until that fourth quarter. At least I could say that. But the Raven and Texan game, oh my goodness. That game was terrible. That game, I'm trying not to criticize so much, but we have gotten some bad football recently. That Monday night game, trash. The Christmas games were not very good. I hope this game turns into a really good one, because right now we have more punts than points, and that's never a good thing. Still got a lot of ball game left though. That could either be a good thing or a bad thing. By the way, we have another prime Monday night game that is going to look tough. The Niners and the Lions. I think that speaks for itself. I mean, the Niners you could just blame on the if you're a Niner fan, here's what I would say. Just say that it was the Madden curse. All right. There you go. That is the excuse for this season. The Madden curse. That's unreal. They were showing the stats for Saquon Barkley. I mean, he's having an insane season. All right, 1st and 10 for Chicago. They have 1 first down in this game so far. Williams throws it, little check down play to Moore for a short gain. Then there's a flag on the play. Is this play coming back, or is it going a little bit forward? OPI on DJ Moore. So we're bringing it back a little bit here. Okay, but you guys know how I was saying yesterday how the Steelers moving down in the playoff picture might actually benefit them. All right, 1st and 14. They're going to be a shotgun formation. Williams fakes that swing pass in his own end zone. DJ Moore. Wow. A loss of another couple yards on that play. All right, another swing pass to DJ Moore. All right. On 1st and 14. So I say they lost 3 on that play. Okay, but the Texans already clinched their division. So they're going to be the 4th seed. Okay, they are not going to move up to the 3rd seed. 2nd and 17. Williams is shotgun in his own end zone. Running back to his right. Williams draws back, throws it, complete to Moore. Moore's going to get it past the 10. Out of bounds at about the 12. All right, they still got a lot of yards to gain. But anyways, I think Houston's a first-round exit. I think the Houston Texans are a first-round exit. CJ Stroud is having a sophomore slump this season. They are that, and they're just very banged up. I know they got Deontay Johnson, which he could be good at times. I'm not going to say he's not a superstar receiver, but he could be good. 37, Williams throws it. Screen pass. Can they pick up blocks? They do. He gets the first down. Gets past the 30. DeAndre Swift with a nice run here. He's down about the 36-yard line. Good play. Good blocks up front from Chicago. And the Bears get their biggest play of the game. Wow. Williams throws it middle of the field. Incomplete. Intercepted. There's a flag thrown that might be coming back, though. There was contact there in the middle of the field. I think this is getting called back. 12 men on the field. Seattle had too many people on the field. And Williams saw it right away. He was pointing. He knew that they had too many men on the field. And that's what made him, you know what? I'm just going to mess with you guys. I'm going to throw an interception right here because I know you guys have too many men on the field. Interesting strategy by Williams. Let me 1st and 5. DJ Moore going to move over to the left. Toss play to Swift. Swift going to take it up past the first down marker down at about the 49. Now, I'm not a fan. I'm typically not a fan of those pitch plays while you're in shotgun because, for one, when you're in shotgun, you're already putting yourself back a few yards. And then a pitch play, I mean, you're putting yourself backwards a lot right there. But it worked. It worked on that one. Gonna feed it to Swift again. Swift getting it to the outside. Get some blocks. Oh, tries a hurdle over a man. Wasn't very successful. Yeah, it's gonna be a short gain. I mean, that was the most exciting short gain I've ever seen in a run, though. One of the most. It was a little bit of a misdirection. It's either that or there was just nothing in the middle, so he just decided to go the outside. All right, 2nd down after a 3-yard play. Williams, pocket collapses, and he's sacked. I mean, he could have thrown a swing pass again, which I don't know why they have. Is that just something the Bears do? I don't know. Do they run a lot of swing passes? I genuinely don't know. This is the first Chicago Bears game that I'm watching this year. Yeah, he could have just thrown that swing pass. I don't think it would have been a very successful play, but to avoid the sack, screen pass to DJ Moore, who's able to turn up for the first down. Wow. Still on his feet. Oh, he battled for some yardage right there. DJ Moore with a nice run after catch on that one. Okay. Do they do a lot of screen passes? Because I mean that was what 3rd and 7, and they did a screen pass. Good determination by DJ Moore though. All right, Bears are finally moving the ball. It's a handoff play, and he gets rushed right away. Williams on the tackle. I mean, he had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide right there on that play. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. All right, 2nd and 11. Oh, it's a muffed snap. He throws it away to Keenan Allen, who gets the first. Oh, wow. After that miscue right there, it does not hurt the Bears. It actually, I guess, helps them. They got a first down, and now the Bears are in the red zone, I think. Well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone. How about that? Okay, no, they're in the red zone. Oh no, that was just a what? That was a really low snap. I thought he muffed it. It took a couple baseball hops right there. All right, Swift now going as a receiver. He's gonna throw it down in the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Gerald Everett right there, but there's a flag on the play. Oh, illegal shift on the offense. You know, I got so excited right now that they're going to end zone because I want to see a touchdown so bad right now. This is the Bears' best drive by far so far in this game. Williams all alone in the backfield in shotgun formation. He has it, tries to scramble. He's going to throw it away. Oh, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. It looked like it was going to be catchable for a second. Is this drive going to stall like the first Seattle drive? And people criticize Williams' body language a lot. Play clock running down. They get it off right in time at 1. He's scrambling right away. He's going to throw it. Deep shot. End zone touchdown. But there's a flag. Does this stand? It looks like it's not. Holding on the offense. Holding on the offensive line. And Caleb had almost no time to throw it. yet it was still holding. Oh, man. And that was a hold. That was a hold. But I am going to throw out there that Williams had like no time to throw it right there. So the fact that there was a holding right on that play is insane. So I was going to lead a 3rd and 20. He's going to throw a screen pass. Swift gets like 3 yards on the play. So that drive was killed by that holding penalty. Oh, we might get some points here. See what Santos does here. 42-yarder. We're now under 3 minutes in this second or in this first half. 42-yarder from Santos. Kick is up, and it's right down the middle. We got more points, guys. We got more points. 3-3 tie. With 2:32 left in the second quarter. Are you not entertained with this game? Oh, man. Please heat up in the second half. Well, back to that LeBron James thing. Criticize or taking a shot at the NFL. Do you think the NBA told LeBron to do that? Do you? I mean, LeBron James is still the biggest face in the NBA. At least I think so. I don't know who else would be the face of the. I know. I mean, there's star players in the NBA. Don't get me wrong, but I still think the most popular player is LeBron, if I'm not mistaken. But do you think the NBA probably told him something? I wouldn't put it past them. Because, I mean, the NBA is – well, I'm sorry. Christmas Day hasn't always has been Christmas – wait, am I saying this right? Okay. The NBA has always been having their Christmas Day for the entire, day. They've been doing that for years. I don't even know how long they've been doing that, but they have games throughout the entire day from morning out here to what about 8 o'clock? So for the NBA, it's an all-day thing. And the NFL didn't start doing Christmas game or day games until what? 2016? 2016 was the first year they did it. They did it the year after. And then I do think they stopped for a couple years. And then they did it again this year. So, I mean, I like the NFL on Christmas. I think it's entertaining. I don't know. I'd prefer that over basketball, but then again, I don't really watch NBA like that at all. Kickoff is going to be a touchback. Honestly, I haven't watched much NBA since Kobe retired. I mean, Kobe Bryant is. We talking about all-time top players. I'm talking about every sport that I watched. I think Kobe's number one. Seattle runs it to the outside, and we get about 9 on the play. I think Kobe's number one. I mean, basketball was probably the first sport that I started watching. Oh, little pushing and shoving over there from DK Metcalf, and there's flags thrown, couple flags thrown. Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, basketball, NBA was one of the first sports that I started watching because I mean, what I was about 4 or 5, and that's when the Lakers were doing their thing. I mean, because I'm from Southern California, so I mean the Lakers are by far the most popular team here. You could say the Clippers or whatever, but Lakers are the most popular team, and that's when they went back to back in that era, and that's when I became like a Kobe fan and a Laker fan at the same time. All right, so Seattle had to bring it back a little bit after that penalty. I mean, there was a little push and shove on both sides, but I guess Metcalf initiated it, so there you go. All right, now there's even more rain. There's more rain coming down over there. You can see that on the screen. They're just gonna run it out to the 2-minute warning. I mean, can we try to make this game a little bit more interesting? I mean, try to attempt to run a play before the 2-minute warning. At least try, man. DJ Metcalf is still furious on the sideline, by the way. Seems like he's been saying a lot on that sideline after that penalty. Which I mean, in ways I agree. I agree. It was both ways. So I don't think it should have completely went on just Seattle. Maybe you could have offset it, but oh well. And then Seattle had a lot of time to run a play, and they just decided not to. And I'm not trying to be like that guy. I guess we've just seen some bad football as of recent. And we're in what week? Well, we're in week 17 now. Yeah. So I just want to see a good game. That's it. I want to see a good game. I won't be able to watch the games on Saturday. I know that. But I mean, the Packers and Vikings, that's going to be a really good game. I really hope that's a good game. It's in Minnesota. The Vikings did get the better of Green Bay in the first game, but these are two completely different teams. Well, I'd say the Vikings are on the same level as they were the first time they played, but Green Bay is a better team. Green Bay is a better team now. Oh, they're making did they make a documentary on the Chiefaholic or Chiefsaholic? If you guys do not know the backstory to that Chiefaholic guy, it's some crazy stuff. Um, I, I didn't even look into it. I don't even know how I found out about it. But the Chiefsaholic guy, because he would wear a costume to the games. So you couldn't really tell who the guy was. Oh, things got a little bit more chirpy as well. Tyler Lockett went up to one of the Bears players. Oh, they're still getting chirpy, man. All right. 2nd and 16 for Seattle. Gino drops back, throws screen pass to the running back. He's going to pick up some decent yardage. I mean, that's to get him about 14 on the play. To Fant. There's going to get him 13. Man, most of the guys are wearing like big jackets for the halftime show. But anyways, the Chiefsaholic guy, if I read it correctly, or if I saw it correctly, if I understood it correctly, like I said, I forgot how I found out about it. But the guy was on the run. Let me look it up. I got to look it up. Halftime, we're looking it up. We're looking it up just to see exactly the whole story behind it. But I do believe he was on the run. All right, 3rd and 3. Smith has it. Has time. Throws a check down to Fant. Fant gets the first down. And more little stutter step right there. He's at the 49. Good play by Fant right there. Looks like we might see some points before halftime. Yeah, let me look it up right now. Smith going to throw downfield, complete to DJ Metcalf for another first down. And now Seattle's inside of Chicago territory. All right, we're definitely going to talk about that Chiefsaholic thing. Smith avoids the sack. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to slide for a medium gain right there. But the whole thing was no one really knew who it was, who Chiefsaholic was, because he was in a costume. He was in a costume. Okay, let me show you guys, since we are talking about it, and since it's on commercial break. Come on. I don't want all these. Man, I go to this one time and I get all these pop-ups. You know what? All right. Hold on. Let me stop screen sharing this real quick. Let me share this other screen. All right, so that's what he would wear. That's what Chiefsaholic would wear. So you couldn't really tell who it is. You know, I guess for some reason nobody really told, or the stadiums that he would go to would tell you to take off the mask or whatever. I don't really know why they would, but I guess I wouldn't see why they wouldn't either. Yeah, it's a crazy story. It's a crazy story. I think they found out, when was he stopped? Like a few years ago? Because I mean, he would go to every single game, and that was part of the reason, because of what he was doing, is how he would be able to go to every single game. I mean, if you want to talk about number one football fan, and Chiefsaholic is up there. What was he? Was he robbing stuff? Well, we'll dig into it a little bit. I'm interested in that documentary now. I am. It's gonna be on Prime Video. I'm interested in it. Okay. Oh, wow. We're going to have a playoff game on Amazon Prime. A lot of people are not going to like that. Now that's going to be a big story too. A wild card game is going to be on Amazon Prime. Second and 6. It's a handoff play, and it stopped very quickly. He might have picked up a yard on the play, but still blown up by Williams once again. It's going to lead to 3rd and 5. Seattle is in field goal range. It's going to be a long one, though, if they don't get anything here. Okay, there is a timeout called. I was going to say that, oh, it was Seattle that called the timeout. Okay, I was just thinking that Seattle was going to let the clock run close or as close to the play clock winding down as possible. And then if they didn't get the yards that they wanted, oh well, they'll just kick a field goal right before halftime ends. But I mean, they called the timeout. I don't know why they waited so long or what. I guess they didn't like what they were seeing offensively or how the formation was defensively. So far, this game is competing with the Rams and Niner game. Smith drops back, throws incomplete, batted down. That's going to set out the field goal unit for Seattle. Broken up by Martin. Hey, you know what? That was some good defense. You saw the way he was moving. And then he got his hands up right now. Dude, that was some good defense right there. 50-yarder for Myers. With the precipitation, it's going to be a tough one. Kick is up. And we got points. We got more points. Field goals. It's a field goal fest. Seattle retakes the lead. They're up 6-3 with 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Oh, man, could we have asked for a better Thursday night football game? And I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I don't remember Thursday night football games going to week 17 or this late in the season. I always thought they ended like in week 15 or week 16, but I guess it's a newish era for the NFL where they just want a game every single day except for Friday, which why is there no love for Friday? NFL? I mean, you might as well just do it. I mean, week 17 started yesterday and it's going to end on Monday. It's week 17 is damn near a week. From all the games. If that makes sense. All right, let's see if the Bears even try anything here. Caleb so far 7 for 13 for 82 yards. All right, here's his shotgun on first down. It's going to be a delay handoff to Swift. Swift spins and gets extra yards after that for a gain of 8. Whistles are blown for a Bears timeout. 13 seconds left on the clock. I've heard a lot of criticism with Soldier Field. In ways, I guess it does look very weird. if you look at a picture of it from the outside, it just like the bottom half looks super old, and then the top half looks like very modernized. It's a very weird and interesting look, but I don't really have it. I mean, I've never been there, but I don't really see the problem unless it's like flooding or anything. Williams runs, tries to avoid pressure, and he gets sacked. And that's going to take it down to the end of the first half. And we have the Seattle Seahawks up 6-3 at halftime. All right, let's get into this Chiefs-aholic thing a little bit. Honestly, I kind of forgot about him for a little while because, I mean, no one was really talking about him since all that stuff happened. But wow, he's going to be serving 17 years. Okay, let me read this completely. All right. So Chiefs-aholic, the guy who's Chiefs-aholic, was sentenced to more than 17 years in prison, admitted to stealing more than $800,000 from several banks linked to robberies in 7 different states. Were required to pay $552,000 in restitution, forced to forfeit autographed Mahomes painting. Wow. I mean, that's I don't really know why they put that there. Did that come with the sentencing or something? Okay, so basically what was going on is he would rob these banks so that he could be able to afford the Chiefs games. That's basically it. That's the whole moral of the story. I guess so. And he admitted to doing it. So I mean, I don't know if he did more or what, but that's what he admitted to doing. I mean, hey, he had a good time. He clearly had a good time. So that's something. That's something. I mean, Chiefs-aholic is the right name, was the right name for him. And he had that much dedication. Not saying that it was good. All right, I'm not saying that what he did was good. But man, that's insane. I do want to. I do want to watch that documentary. I really do. But yeah, I think he had a pretty decent following too. Let's see if I could look it up just to do it. Because I mean, he was a super fan. Yeah, whatever. All right, now let's talk about a little bit of these games we got going on in week 17 of the NFL. But Chiefs-aholic was a crazy is a super fan. He would get some really nice seats too, by the way. I don't know if that makes a difference or anything, but he would get some pretty good seats. All right. Uh, I don't need a share screen. That's fine. All right. So the first game on the Saturday slate is between the Chargers and the Patriots. We covered that earlier this week. I got the Chargers. Is it going to be a little cold? I'm sure it is. That's going to be a little bit favored to the Patriots, of course, since that's just how the weather is at Foxborough. But the Chargers should be able to take that one. Then the best game out of the Saturday slate, the Broncos versus the Bengals. That should be really good. Okay. Bo Nix, for the most part, has been playing some really good ball within these past few weeks. That's just since midseason. And Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Very, very underwhelming season. But they are kind of turning it around, and they still have a shot at making the playoffs. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. If they could get in, they are potentially a dark horse. You know why? Because Joe Burrow has the experience. And Joe Burrow is one hell of a quarterback. Yeah, I'm saying that as a Steeler fan. He's one. I respect his game. I really do. It's really their defense that's the reason why they're at where they're at. They're at 7-8, Broncos at 96. Cincinnati has slim hope. So do the Dolphins. But if they win this game, they have a realistic shot. Or maybe not. No, okay, see, now that I think of it, the Broncos play the Chiefs the following week. So the Broncos, even if the Broncos lose, they're going to be playing the Chiefs backups. The Chiefs still got Carson Wentz. All right. I don't know how the Chiefs are doing it, but Carson Wentz has got to be one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league, I'd say. But to cap it off, I think the Bengals do win. I do. To keep their playoff hopes alive, at least for now. Then we got the Cardinals versus the Rams at SoFi Stadium. Hey, SoFi has been getting a lot of primetime games recently. SoFi has been getting a lot of primetime games this season. All right, both with the Rams and the Chargers. Both teams doing really good. Or I wouldn't say really good, but playing some pretty good ball. All right, you got the Chargers at what? Oh, both teams are at 9-6. All right. Both teams are playing good ball. Which isn't something we've seen since both teams have moved to LA. Have we seen them both in the playoffs at the same time? I think maybe once, but it's been rare. It's been rare. Rams and Cardinals. I got the Rams. At the Rams. Cardinals are kicked out of playoff contention. They don't have a bad record, 7-8. I don't know what happened to Arizona. They look like they could have been a threat in the NFC West, and I guess they were for a little while, and then they just kind of fell apart. I don't know what it is, but I'll go Cardinals there. Then we have the Sunday slate: Colts and the Giants. Give me Indianapolis. Oh man, that's gonna be a rough one. But give me Anthony Richardson and the Colts right there. Giants just got the number one. I was about to say number one seed, the number one overall draft pick. So I don't think they're gonna fumble that away. Just saying. Give me the Colts right there. Then you got the Jersey Jets. How about this? The New Jersey Jets going to New York to play the Buffalo Bills. That's something, right? Yeah, give me the Bills in a blowout game. Easy money for Buffalo. I guess it doesn't mean anything for Buffalo anymore. I'm pretty sure they locked down the second seed no matter what. If I'm not mistaken. They're not going to bench their players for 2 straight weeks, but definitely week 18. So they're still going to have their starters play, I'd assume, in this one. It doesn't matter. Just the Buffalo's just gonna blow them out. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets have had a really, really terrible season. Really let down. You know, a lot of Jets fans were very excited for this season, and that got shut down real quick. Real quick. Then you got the Tennessee Titans going up against the Jags. Oh, both teams at 3-12. And man, we have some bad matchups this week. We really do. We really do. Now, this is the type of game we would get or you would see in London. Just two teams that nobody really cares about. You know, Jacksonville always has a London game. Every year, Jacksonville has had a London game. I don't know if anybody noticed. I'm pretty sure they had two this year. I'm almost positive Jacksonville had two London games this year. Anyways, Mason Rudolph, I'm cheering for you, man. Go get him. Go get him. All right? I have nothing bad to say about Mason Rudolph. The Steelers organization never gave the guy a chance. They never did. He was a backup for Ben for years, and when Ben retired, he wasn't even an option to be the quarterback one. And I know at the time, you know, Steeler Nation and, you know, just didn't want him to be the starter. You know, they wanted, I mean, I guess we wanted either to draft a quarterback or get a quarterback in the market, which at that time, you know, there was a lot of things brewing up there for the quarterback situation. And he was on the roster. Rudolph was on the roster and was never looked at as a legitimate starter for the Steelers. Never in his career. And so, I mean, go get him, Rudolph. Go get him over there in Jacksonville versus Mac Jones. Yeah, man, the Jags lost to the Raiders last week, too. And speaking of the Raiders, speaking of the team that wins when it matters the least, the Raiders are going to go into New Orleans to play the Saints. Raiders are 3-12. Saints are 5-10. I really don't care about this game either. Gosh. Oh, the battles we have in week 17. The Raiders still look like they're playing hard. They do. They really do. And then you had that performance by the Saints and Spencer Rattler last week. Ew. And this is going to be a tough game, man. Should I just predict a tie here? Is it safe to predict a tie here? I don't even know. If I had a coin on me, I'd flip. I think I picked the Saints. But yeah, that's really tough. I'm not gonna force myself to watch that game. No disrespect to the Saints or Raider fans out there. I am not gonna force myself to watch that game. That might end in a 0-0 tie. All right, that's all. That's the rest I'm going to say there. Then you have Carolina going into Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. Now, Carolina's actually been playing some decent ball. They've been losing games, but they've been looking better, I should say. They've been looking better. They've been competing against some of the top teams. You know, one of those teams was the Chiefs. The other was the Eagles that they competed with. That it took the very last minutes for the teams to beat them. Tampa Bay coming off a bad loss against Dallas in Arlington on Sunday night. Give me Tampa Bay. Kickoff is away. It's going to be returnable. Say to pass the 20, trying to look for an outside, still on his feet, and he's down about the 22. Not a bad return. A return of 22 yards. He didn't take it from the 1. But 8 yards shy from if they took a touchback. All right, so yeah, give me Tampa Bay. Coming off that loss, I don't see Baker dropping 2 in a row. All right, 1st and 10 for Chicago. Swift in the backfield here. DJ Moore moves to the left. It's a bootleg play. Williams goes right, scrambling. He's going to get it on his own, get about 2 on the play. He just ran out of bounds right there. All right, let's wrap this up a little bit. They got Dallas going into Philadelphia. Give me the Eagles. It doesn't matter if Kenny Pickett's playing or Jalen Hurts is playing. As long as they have Saquon Barkley, they should be just fine. Miami versus Cleveland. Give me Miami. They still have some sort of hope in the playoffs, although it could be over for them once that game starts. I just give me the Dolphins. 2nd and 10 for Chicago. That's a decent game, about 8 on the play for DeAndre Swift. I don't know if I had a brain fart right there, I guess. Okay. Green Bay against Minnesota. I do favor Green Bay a little bit. I'd say like 60%. 60%. And then Atlanta versus Washington on prime time. Give me Washington. 3rd and 2 for Chicago. It's a handoff play, and he's short. He's short about a full yard of the first. And the Bears go 3 and out on their first drive, and the rain just seems like it's coming down more and more now. Honestly, with the games we're getting this week, they should have just put the Vikings and Packers on primetime. Punt is off. A fair catch at about the 20. Out trots Geno Smith and Seattle's offense for their first drive of the second half. We want points. Come on, guys. Hey, the Chicago wins over there are in coats. So that's how you know it's cold. 1st and 10 from the 20. Geno Smith. He's going to fake the handoff, play action. He's going to roll a little bit. Little check down to his running back. He can get to about 6 on a play. Yeah, it must be very cold over there. Geno Smith in shotgun. Charbonnet to his left. 2 receivers up on the top of the screen. You got 1 on the bottom. On 2nd and 4, Geno Smith switches the play up a little bit. Smith hands it up to Charbonnet. Charbonnet trying to get past the line. He could not. No real blocks over there for Charbonnet right there. He ran right into him. He ran right into Chicago defenders. 3rd and 5 for Seattle. Smith drops back. He's going to try to take it himself. And he gets it and more past the 40. Now slides. for a nice gain on the play. Wow. Good play, Gino. Come on, man. We want points here so bad. I I wouldn't even call it a slide. I'd say it's just more of like he just kind of fell. He just kind of gave himself up a little bit. Seattle now over 100 yards rushing on this in this game. And they're not as successful on this run play. Might have gotten a yard. All right. Do we see a touchdown in this game? Honestly, it's looking like we're not. 2nd and 8. Pitch play to Charbonnet. Charbonnet able to get some decent blocks up front. Gets about 6 on the play. And I say it looks like we're not because that rain is going crazy right now. Third and 3 for Seattle. Gino in shotgun. Smith is going to have to scramble, avoids pressure. Oh, it's a fumble. It's a fumble. It looked like Seattle was able to get on it. Oh, maybe not. Let's see what they call it. It looked like at first Seattle jumped on it. Okay, Seattle was able to get it back. Smith was able to avoid the first swarm. And then it was just a bit of a strip sack. No, that's a fumble. That's a fumble. Because it did look like the arm was starting to go forward, but it was the contact that forced the ball out. All right, another punt. Another one. This one doesn't take a great bounce if you're Seattle. And it's down at the 21-yard line. Oh, man. Entertaining, man. This is peak NFL football for you. But yeah, man, there's not many games that are interesting this week. Honestly, the only two that interest me is the Bengals and the Broncos and the Vikings and Packers. It just seemed like they were more focused on these Christmas games, which wound up actually being pretty bad anyways. But I mean, you can't have great football every single week either. You know, it's just the way it is. It's just always gonna work like that. Oh man. All right, so I think we're at a point here where whoever scores a touchdown first is gonna win. I just realized I didn't have the screen sharing on. All right, there you go. There you go. It may not update. It may not update, but it may not need to either. By the way, I got my Dodgers World Series shirt on. Yeah. The shirt I'm proud of wearing, that the hat, and I'm just staying humble. I'm just staying loyal. Yeah, that rain is crazy right now. I'm surprised it's not snowing. All right, first down for Chicago. Swift in the backfield. The handoff play. Swift gets it to about the 19. I was getting about 4 on the first play of the drive. Okay, see, I wonder how Williams feels, because I mean, when he was playing at USC, I mean, you don't really deal with inclement weather over in Southern California. Now that he plays in Chicago, the windy city, it gets cold over there. Inclement weather, play action pass. He's gonna scramble up. He's gonna take it himself. He's gonna get the first down, past the 30, past the 35, out of bounds at the 36. But he was playing in Southern California. Now he's playing in Chicago. Has he fully adjusted to that? Because that's two very different weather or types of weather. All right, first down after the run play from Williams. Has it, screen pass to Swift. Swift was looking outside. Now he runs inside, spins, and he loses about a yard or two on the play. Oh, man. Is this what Chicago sits through? Is this what Bears fans have to sit through? If it's true, if it's like this, I feel bad for Bears fans. I really do. I sympathize with them. Second and 11. After the screen pass, Williams has it, throws it to the right side, complete to Keenan Allen for another short gain. He got maybe 2 yards at the most. So it's going to lead a 3rd and 9. I mean, you do see Caleb using those hand warmers. I wonder how effective those things are. Chicago so far 2 for 7 on third down conversions. Seattle brings pressure. He avoids the first rush and he gets sacked. Just couldn't avoid the rush that was happening, man. That was, I mean, Seattle's doing exactly what you expect them to do. And that is, Chicago has a struggling offensive line. And I mean, just rush. Just rush until it doesn't work. And it's been working the entire game. 4th and 20. Punt team out. We got another one here. And that one doesn't take a very great bounce either. It's going to be down at the 35. Maybe that means we see some points. This is something. this is something. All right. You know what? Now we're on commercial break. There's a lot of stuff going around with the Steelers. I don't know if these rumors are true. I mean, I did talk about it earlier, but it seems like there might be some sort of conversation with whether or not Russell Wilson's going to be the starter. Which, like I said yesterday, I'm not against it. I'm not against him being benched. I'm really not. This 3-game span, he has not been playing good football. He hasn't. And you know what? The Steelers benched Justin Fields when the Steelers were at a 4-2 record. So it's not like Justin Fields was playing bad football. He was playing good football. I'm not going to say he was playing great football. He was playing good football. And, if we want to bring it there, I'll bring it there. The best Justin Fields game this season is not better than the best game that Russell Wilson's had. I'll say that. But there's something going on with that team right now. There's something going on. I don't know what it is. I know the 3-game stretch that they had was tough. And having that in a span of 11 days, that's crazy. That is. But they've been looking just terrible the entire time. I mean, even with the Eagles game, they didn't have a short week against the Eagles. They looked very bad. And the lack of the wide receiver depth is really showing. All right. And you see the frustration on George Pickens, how a lot of people are judging his body language, which I don't know, man. He could just be frustrated because, I mean, you're losing. And the way they're losing doesn't look very good. All right. Seattle offense back on the field from the 35. Smith fakes the handoff. Pressure comes. He's able to throw it away. Gets it out incomplete. What's going on, Hectic? It's I'll be honest, it's been a rough game to watch. Oh man. You know what? I think this game is starting to take the top spot of being the worst game that we've called. Smith hands it off once again for a gain of about 2. I think this is going to take the cake, man. You know, because at least in the Niner Ram game, at times the teams were moving down the field. In this game, there's only been 2 drives. I'm sorry. 2 drives that the Seattle moved down the field and 1 for Chicago. Smith is going to throw it middle of the field, complete to Smith. He fumbled, but he was down. He was down. So Seattle did get it past the 50. They're now in Chicago territory. He did fumble, but they marked him down. It looked like that was close from being intercepted. Okay, they're going to look at the review. Yeah, he was down. A Bears defender did try to punch it out, but he had full possession. And it was well after his elbow hit the ground. First and 10 for Seattle. So the run play. There's a flag thrown as soon as the snap was off. So they got to check the marker there. Illegal formation on offense. But like I was saying, at least in the Ram-Niner game, there was more of the teams moving it down the field. That has not been the case here in this one. The Bears, when they scored, they were in the red zone. I mean, that was a blown opportunity. They dealt with penalties that kind of messed up that drive. Seattle went in the red zone once, and then the other field goal was before the half. Give me another handoff. He's able to break one tackle and get down at about the 41. All right, so now they're approaching field goal range, at around field goal range. And at this point, I think we're just happy to see points. I'm losing again. I got to put a playoff to bet because these games are they're weird. They're weird. Bears bring a 4-man rush. It's a screen pass. Yeah, he gets about 3. Oh, did he fumble the ball? Whistles were blown. He's going to run all the way to the end zone. I do think whistles were blown, though. Okay, let's see the replay on this. So they didn't call for progress. Okay, that is a fumble. That's most definitely a fumble. But he's down right as he recovers it. Did they call a touchdown? Wow. Okay, they're going to review it, though. I do think he was down when he got the ball. Unfortunately. But as it stands right now, touchdown Chicago. Okay, so they never called forward progress. The ball clearly went out before he hit the ground. Now, the thing is, was his knee down when he recovered? I think it was. Was he down by contact, I should say. Yeah. So the touchdown doesn't even stand. Hey, man, at least the Bears fans had something to cheer for a little bit, though. At least that's one positive on this. They were able to cheer for something real quick. So the Bears will still get the ball back. All right, and since he was down, they're gonna have a minute and 50 seconds left in this third. Good defense by Chicago, though. All right, so how do you guys feel about Prime Video getting a wild card game? Because I know a lot of people don't have, or not everybody has Amazon Prime, at least Prime Video. And typically, I mean, I would think that you would want all your games to be on those CBS and Fox, maybe even ESPN channels, just so you could generate more views, because I mean it's the most important games of your season. So I would think that they would want that on regular television. I don't know why I almost kicked out my table twice, but I'm not for it. I'm not for games on Prime, or the playoff games, I should say. One of them is going to be on Prime, but they do have good commentary. You know, Al Michaels is a really good commentator. It didn't say which game they're gonna have on Prime, but they did say one of the wild card games is gonna be on it. And then next week there's gonna be 2 games on Saturday. I'm not sure, or they haven't said which ones are gonna be on Saturday yet. I wouldn't mind if it's the Steelers. Personally, I like when the Steelers get the Saturday games. Because I do like Saturday games. I really do. And this year we didn't get a lot of them because college football is going to be a little longer. The playoffs especially. You know, so there was still a lot of college football going on, which there still is, but seems like they're just doing it. I don't know, they're doing it like on random days and stuff. USC does play tomorrow night in like the Las Vegas Bowl or whatever. It's gonna be a little screen pass to Keenan Allen, who bobbles it a little bit, then is able to get possession and gets a medium gain right there. But yeah, USC started and they're gonna end their season in Vegas. All right, if you want to say their season, but it's more of an exhibition, if you want to say it. 2nd and 5, fakes the handoff. Will's going to take it himself, goes to the outside, and it's sort of about the first down for about 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and short. Let's see what they do here. I'd say just run the ball. 3rd and 1. They're going to go shotgun formation. Swift to Williams is right. Williams looks left, throws left to Keenan Allen for the first down. All right. Chicago in Seattle territory, which is not something we've said very often tonight. Keenan Allen, 4 receptions for 27 yards. Chicago in Seattle territory at the 49. Williams is going to get sacked, and that takes him right out of that territory. Oh, my goodness. Williams got the ball, and he started running right away. He started running backwards right away. And that's going to run it down to the end of the 3rd quarter. We have a 6-3 ball game here. You know what? I knew this is how this game was going to be. I knew it. It was either a blowout or a game like this. There was no in between. There was no way it was going to be a super great game. Oh, it's been a rough night for that boy Caleb. Been a rough night. The Seahawks know what they're doing in this game, though. At least defensively. You know what? Let's look at the Seahawks playoff scenarios. I know the division's going to be between them and the Rams. I know the Rams do have the tiebreaker. Well, I'm sorry, the lead. I don't know if they have the tiebreaker, but they do have the lead. Okay, so their only path is by winning the NFC West. So for them, the wild card is out of reach. Okay. I know they're going to have the Rams lose, right? Man, I'm trying to just look it up. It's not letting me see exactly what's going on here. All right. Okay, so they have to win this game tonight, and then they're gonna have to beat the Rams next week for the division. That's their way into the playoffs. So they do control their own destiny, unless they don't have a tie. Unless the Rams would still have the tiebreaker after that game, which I'm honestly not too sure. Sure, I've been on the players. They're playing like trash tonight. Yeah, it's. If I wasn't live for this game, man, I wouldn't even be watching it. To be real, I wouldn't. But you know what? Last season, I was not able to watch football like that because of my work schedule. You know, I was working every Sunday, and I was working like midday to nighttime, so I really wasn't able to watch any football. Williams has time, batted down at the line. So it's gonna be third and forever for Chicago. But anyways, last year I really wasn't able to watch any football. I mean, not even the only Steelers games I watched live was about like 3 that I was able to watch live. And one of them was the game that I went to when they played the Rams. So I really wasn't able to watch football this season. I was. So it's cool. At least I can say I'm able to watch football like that. Williams throws it, check down pass to DJ Moore. He's running backwards, and he gets about a yard and a half, maybe. But you know what? Yard and a half is not good for the first down. If I didn't bet this game, I'd be watching it either. Oh, man. So it looks like that fan saying F the Bears. Oh, man, I'm feeling bad for Bears fans. Punt is off. It's actually a pretty decent punt. Fair catch at about 13-yard line. Yeah. You could tell Williams just wants the season to be over with. It's just this is tough. This is rough to watch. But yeah, man, I mean it's been cool being able to watch games again. So at least I could say that. It's not cool watching these type of games though, but hey man, it is what it is. Yeah, I think the only games I was able to watch live was about 3, and then I watched the playoff game live. I know that. The Steelers playoff game. Let's look at the stats a little bit. So both teams, so Seattle's rushing attacks actually been doing pretty well. Geno Smith has some yards on the ground. Charbonnet is the ring rusher with 56 yards. But I mean, they've been utilizing both backs a little bit here and there. Oh yeah, running back 2 is at 7 carries, 46 yards. I mean, the rushing game's been. I mean, what's been keeping them? I'm not going to say scoring because they're not scoring, but I guess somewhat moving down the field. I guess. I mean, that's really the only reason why we have any sort of points because Seattle's rushing attack, which is actually bottom of the barrel this season. So if you're a Seattle fan and you just like don't feel very confident watching this game, don't feel very good watching this game, your rushing attack is actually doing pretty well tonight. And it hasn't been doing good this season. Oh, okay. So Seattle wouldn't have the tiebreaker even if they beat the Rams next week. So they're gonna need the Rams to lose on Saturday, which I don't think is gonna happen. But anything's possible. Anything's possible. All right, first down for Seattle. It's gonna be a handoff play to Charbonnet, I believe, and he's stopped for about a yard gain or so. We still have almost a full quarter left in this game. Let's go. Let's go. I realized the Houston Texans clinched their division about 2-3 weeks ago. And it's not like they don't even have the best record in the AFC. Not even close. Bit of a low snap here. It's a screen pass to Smith. Smith takes it to about the 21-yard line. It's going to lead to 3rd and short. But yeah, the fact that Houston was able to clinch the division so early in the season just shows you how bad the AFC South is. 3rd and 3. Smith is shotgun. You have 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen, tied in on the left side, and you have a receiver on the right. Charbonnet to Smith is left. Play clock running down. They get the play off right in time. It's a handoff to Charbonnet. Charbonnet gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss on the play. Edwards got in the mix right there for the tackle. I mean, he just read that play right away. Charbonnet tried to get past him, but Edwards made a good tackle. We got the most interesting play in football. We have the punt. Good snap. Kick is off. It's going to be returnable from the 25. He gets up to about the 37, maybe 38-yard line. All right, we have 11:43 left in this fourth quarter. 6-3 Seahawks. Is it because I'm wearing my Dodger shirt? Is that why we have a baseball score? This might just be my fault. It's what I get for wearing a baseball shirt. Now we have a baseball score. That's why. It's all my fault. My apologies, man. My apologies here. Whew. The playoff race for the AFC is practically over, but the only thing that teams are fighting for now is seeding completely. Oh gosh, that's a soccer shirt. That would have been even worse. Yeah, you're right. I don't even have a soccer shirt, but oh man. I would say that I've seen worse this season, but I don't think I have. I don't think I've seen a worse game this season. But I mean, this is the season finale of Thursday Night Football. And it's definitely not going out with the bang. But it's definitely going out. Man, I don't even think Chicago could get to the other side of the field anymore. I don't. I don't think they could get in field goal range at all. They just can't move the ball. Man, this losing streak for Chicago is insane. They're on a 9-game losing streak right now. All right. They actually get in a decent field position to hand off play to Swift. Swift gets a decent chunk on the play, about an 8 on that first play of the drive. You know what, Chicago? If you're going to score a touchdown. It's going to be a draw play to Swift. Swift looks like he got just enough for the first down. Initial look is that he is, but they haven't made the call yet. See if they give it to him. Oh, no, they say he was short. We're going to say 3rd and inches. It looked like he got it in real time. I guess Swift in the backfield once again. Let's see if they just run quarterback sneak. To handoff. And they get the first down. Johnson was being used as a fullback right there. And I've never seen a running back wear the Guardian cap. I haven't seen that this season. Oh, this is the most exciting part of the game here. This is the most exciting part of the game. They showed the James Harrison pick 6 in the Super Bowl. That was the most exciting part of this game. All right, it's another handoff play to Swift. Swift was going outside first. He ran inside, and he got another short gain. Man, a lot has to change for Chicago, clearly. There's just so many mistakes that have been happening today. DJ Moore, he gets pressured wide of the way, and he throws it straight to the ground. It was an intended screen pass to Swift, and he just threw it to the ground. Do they need a new offensive coordinator? Do they need a new head coach? Do they need a new front office? Do they need it all? Does Chicago need it all? Third and 8 for the Bears. Seattle looks like they might bring some pressure. I really would. I don't see why not. They do bring pressure. Williams going to have to get rid of it real quick. He tries to get out of pressure, and he runs right back into it. It's a sack. And what a rough night. What a rough night for this offense, just as a whole. I mean, it's a miracle that with the way this Bears offense is played, that they're even still in the game. So he ran into a sack, into a tackle while getting out of one. So he was avoiding pressure to run into more pressure. That's exactly what happened on that play. All right, fair catch called, and Seattle's gonna have it inside the 15. The offensive line is bad. The play calling isn't that great either. There's a lot of problems for Chicago. A lot of problems on the offensive side. I don't know about defense. I mean, they've only given up 6 points here. You could just say that it's the elements too, but offensively, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. And I've seen some pretty bad offensive performances. I would know. And this is the worst offensive performance I've seen all year. And even as a Steeler fan, that's saying something. That is saying something. They need to get that boy Caleb a better offensive line. They do. And I think we're at a point where if Seattle gets a field goal, that's ball game. It really is. Because I mean, the Bears could kind of fluke themselves in getting into field goal range, whether it be just throwing a long pass and getting a PI or something weird like that. But for them to go all the way down and score a touchdown, offensively, it doesn't even seem like it's possible. It really doesn't. Maybe the defense does something for them. Maybe the defense scores for them or special teams, but the offense is not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. All right. First down for Seattle. Locking in motion. And looks like the Bears might have jumped off sides. Neutral zone infraction on Chicago. So that's going to move Seattle up a few. Man, if I'm a Bears fan, I just really want it. I would really want this season to end. Looks like Seattle might be doing the same play action fake. He's gonna throw it downfield. Look, did he catch it or did it hit the ground? Oh, that's a completed catch. Nice catch by Metcalf right there. Oh yeah, wow. I really thought he hit the ground. He was able to get down for it and hold it in. Good, nice catch by Metcalf. Wow. Pretty big chunk play, too. They got it at the 40 now. It's a pitch play. He's going to get about a yard, maybe two on the play for Charbonnet. All right, we're less than halfway I'm sorry, we're past the halfway point in this quarter. About to hit the 7-minute mark. We want points. We want points. 2nd and 9. Bears are kind of playing soft play action. For Smith, he avoids pressure, throws it complete to the sideline for Fant. For getting about 3. So it's going to be 3rd down for Seattle. For the Seahawks. Oh, man. Bears show 4-man rush. They bring 4. It's going to be a little check down pass to Charbonnet. And he gets about 2 short of the 1st down. Bears get a stop. There's some life with the Bears defense. Geno Smith just doesn't know what's going on. He looks frustrated as well. You know what? Do something interesting here, like fake the punt or something. No, we got another punt. And it's a fair catch called for. Chicago's going to get it at the 12, at their own 12. Man, Caleb really looks like he doesn't want to be out there. Just the way he trot on the field, the way he put on his helmet, he just really looks like he doesn't want to be out there. By the way, Ryan Fitzpatrick said a few weeks ago that Baltimore was going to win the AFC North. He was right. He was right. He was right for doubting the Steelers, man. That was back when the Steelers were up by 2 games. Actually, by 2.5 because they had a tiebreaker. And he still picked Baltimore to win a division. And he's right. He's right. Unless something crazy happens with the Ravens losing to the Browns, which I don't think is that unlikely. I know that sounds weird, but the Ravens kind of struggle against the Browns a little here and there. It's just kind of been a thing. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. But I think the Browns beating the Ravens at this point is more likely than the Steelers beating the Bengals. I don't know what's going on with the Steelers. I really don't. I find it hard to see them winning another game. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. It's really like 2020 all over again. Even though they weren't undefeated this time around, they still had a really good record. All right, so Caleb Williams. Can he make something happen here? This might be his last chance to. The Bears have had one good drive. It was actually a pretty damn good drive, too. That just wound up getting hurt by penalties at the end. But this might be Williams' last try to get anything going. 5:12 left in this fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from the 9. Or I'm sorry, from the 11. Shotgun handoff or face handoff to Smith. He's going to take it himself. He gets about 7 on the play. Runs out of bounds. We're now under 5 minutes left in this game. Second and 3 for the Bears. Pump fakes. Now hands it off to Swift, who gets the first down and some change. And they're still pushing the pile. And he's past the 30. A little bit past the 30. Nice first down for Chicago right there. Williams avoids pressure, scrambling. He's not going to try to take it to the outside. He does and takes a hit from behind. Still gets about 8 on the play, though. It's a bit of an option run right there. It looked like he just ran into his own man right there. Williams throws it to Allen, who actually loses a yard on the play. Wow. So now instead of 3rd and 2, it's going to be 3rd and 3. I was going to say 3rd and 2. Oh, wow. Come on, OC. What do you got cooking up here? Bears are 4th and 12 for 3rd down conversions here tonight. 3 receivers to the left. Williams looks left, now looks right. Now he's going to try to take it himself. That's going to be a close one. That's going to be a close one. His body was past the marker, but was the football past the marker? They're going to say he's short. That was not a very generous spot. They're going to say he's a yard short. All right, so this is going to be the biggest play of the game. 4th and inches. They're going to have to run a play before the 2-minute warning. Williams in shotgun on this play. And we got a timeout called by Seattle, which, you know what? I think is better for Chicago. Just run the ball. I didn't like the formation that they had on 4th and inches. Just run the ball. And you know what? Even if you don't get it while running the ball, I mean, I don't know. I would much rather run the ball on 4th and inches and not get it rather than like going long or something on 4th and inches and not get it. You know, because at least the run play makes sense for that situation. All right, so it's in the backfield. Let's see if they run it. Or they're just going to try to make him jump off sides. They might have, unless it was false start. They might have, unless it was false start. They call false start on the offense. Oh, you can't be making that mistake. You can't be making that mistake. Little flinch, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes is just one little flinch. Oh, man. So now that forces out the punt team. So again, I've lost count on how many punts we've had. And there's more whistles blown. Chicago takes a timeout. Are they going to go for it? On 4th and 5? Okay, so they're putting a lot of trust in that offense right now. I mean, Williams still looks like he doesn't want to be there. All right, so there's 2:14 left in this fourth quarter. So even if they don't get it, they still practically have 3 timeouts with 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So I mean, I guess I understand it here. 4th and 5. Seattle going to bring pressure. They bring lots of it. Williams has to scramble. He gets a playoff. He throws it to DJ Moore, and they get the first down. They get the first down. They gamble it. Seattle brought a bunch of pressure, which has been working all night, by the way. Kale was able to go right, avoid it, and get it off right in time. And good catch by DJ Moore. And he did go out of bounds, so there's still going to be another play before the 2-minute warning. Williams fumbles a snap, gets it back, and gets sacked. And that's how we're going to get to the 2-minute warning. He muffed the snap. Two more minutes. All right, so now the Bears are in 4th down territory no matter what. Unless they get into field goal range, I guess. Which, I'm sorry. Bears, if you score, just please score a touchdown. Please score a touchdown. I can't believe that this game is worse than the Ram Niner game. I can't believe it. Even a blowout would have been more exciting than this because at least there would have been scoring. But I mean, this game has been the punt fest. I mean, we have one turnover in this entire game, which didn't even end up with any points. But is this a step up from the Christmas games? Because this game's actually kind of close. This game is actually close. It's either been a 1-possession game or a tie game. It's either been a 3-point game or a tie game the entire time. They're showing downtown Chicago. It looks cool. I do want to. It'd be cool to go out there to Chicago. I want to try that Chicago style pizza. That pizza looks so good, man. Just the look of it looks just better than New York pizza. Just the look. Williams throws it. Quick pass to DJ Moore that was almost deflected, and they get a yard on the play. Now, if they're spot on the field, they don't need to go super hurry up. That probably wasn't the best play call. It was tipped because I mean they're kind of knocking on the door on field goal range. So far on the other side of the field, and you don't want to give Seattle another chance, but you need to give yourself a chance first. 3rd and 14 for the Bears here from their own 45. Seattle brings 4. Williams has time. Has a lot of time. Now scrambles right. Throws it complete. Looks like he caught it. That's a catch right there. Unless it hit the ground beforehand. They're going to call it first down. Big play for the Bears right there. They really needed that one. They have not called timeout. There's 45 seconds left and ticking. Now to 40 seconds. Williams in shotgun. He gets a snap. Drops back. Has time. Looks to his progressions. Throws it downfield. Throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. Just threw it away right there. "31 seconds left." Come on, just... Hey man, if you're gonna score, score a touchdown. If not, man, just don't score at this point. That's true. That was a different head coach, though. That was a different head coach. Let's see if times have changed. And they have to waste a timeout. Oh, man. I was trying to defend the Chicago Bears right now about time management, and then they waste a timeout. I guess that's just how it is for Chicago. I guess that's just how it is. I guess the NFL dropped the super wild card weekend thing. Remember they went by super wild card for like a year or two? I guess they just dropped it. Now it's back to wild card. 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Seattle looks like they're going to show pressure. They bring it. Williams throws it. Deep ball. Incomplete. So it's going to lead to 3rd and 10. 26 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Bears still do have one timeout. They're near field goal range. Seattle with 2 timeouts, but these next 2 plays are really for the game. Williams has time, throws it middle of the field, incomplete. I mean, there was really no one. There was no Chicago receiver right there. No Chicago receiver right there. Santos just on the sideline. Are they going to go for it? Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 10. You know what? I'm fine with this. I don't agree with this play call. I'd rather just take the really long field goal if I'm in this situation. And they use another timeout. Or Seattle takes their second timeout. All right, offense is still out there for Chicago. You got to feel for the Bears defense, though. They've done everything they possibly can to win this game. You know what? The Bears defense has done everything to win this game. Seahawks bring pressure. Williams is just going to chuck it up, and it is intercepted. It's intercepted by Seattle, and that is going to close out this game. Just a terrible, terrible performance by the Chicago Bears offense. Bears fans are wearing trash bags on their heads. Their losing streak is going to continue. And I mean, it was just a bad performance by this man. Geno Smith is going to take a knee, and we get a backflip to end the game, which is, I didn't think I would say this, but the final play, which was a knee, was the most exciting play of the game because of the backflip. So Seattle is going to walk out of Chicago with the win, which I don't. Are you even satisfied with this win if you're Seattle? I don't even know. Seattle's playoff hopes are still alive, but now they have to rely on Arizona, and if Arizona could beat the Rams, then it's going to be a battle for the division in Week 18, but still have to rely on the Rams losing. And you know what? I don't think I even want I want the Rams to win that division now. Honestly, I didn't care. I didn't care who won the division. But since we watched this game, and since it was the by far the worst game that I've watched this season, and that itself is saying a lot. Because it was a Seahawks game, I want the Rams to win that division. I do. All right. But you know what? I'm completely fine with saying goodbye to Thursday night. That was the season finale, and I'm glad that the season is over for Thursday night. All right. It had a run. They did have good games. All right. I'm not going to say that Thursday nights were just some terrible football. You had that classic game between the Falcons and the Buccaneers. You had the game last week, which was very solid as well, which I was there too, by the way. And then you had the what other game was it? Oh, the Packers and the Lions was really good too. That was a classic as well. And I can't think of many others. You had the Steeler-Brown game. It was pretty good as well. It was cool just to see the elements because of the snow and everything like that. So, not all Thursday night games were bad this season, but most of them were. Most of them were. And, all right, man. That was it. That was actually a very short game, but I guess it was a low-scoring one, so that's why it was short. So, yeah, that's going to end it for this stream, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the game for what it's worth. I will be live for the Packers and Vikings game on Sunday. I'm actually very excited for that one. Two NFC North teams at the top of their game right now. Vikings are playing some really good football. They've been playing good football all year. Packers Seems like they really started to hit their stride. They've only really lost one game recently, that game to the Detroit Lions. So it should be a fun one. And I expect it to be, you know what? I don't know if it could live up to the same hype that tonight lived up to. I mean, how are they going to top this game? I don't know. But I expect a good one off of that one. And that's the game of the week. So we'll be live for that one. Hope to see you guys there on Sunday. And I'll catch you guys later, man. You guys have a good night.